Okay, so they want you to find the equation. Equation is y equals mx plus b, where b is my start. Oh, look, that's right there. So now I've got the plus 8, and then x. And now I got to get the pattern. To get the pattern, I either go up and right or down and right. So I got to find where it crisscrosses. Down 2, right 1. Negative 2 over 1 is negative 2, so that goes there. Y equals, okay? All right, so this one's a little bit different because instead of them wanting you to write f of x, they want you to say it based on the previous term, okay? So minus 1 just means, here's a fancy way of saying, hey, what is happening to this one to get this one? Well, what are you doing? You're adding 2. So hint, hint, nudge, nudge. You're going to see it in multiple choice, and you're just going to say, okay, well, what's it doing to get the next one? Adding 2. What's this? Oops, just kidding. What's this one? Like, how did I go from this to this? Well, I multiplied by 2. So I could write it there times 2, or I could write it there times 2. So this could be an answer 2 times. This one gives you this one, or this one times 2. Okay, don't overanalyze it. It's a little bit different, but I'm just asking if you can notice that there is a pattern. Okay, they want you to find the value of x. So they want to know what x equals to show the points of intersection. So here's a point of intersection, and here's a point of intersection. That's at the point 0, 2. And this is at the point 2, 4. But they don't want all of it. They just want the x value. So that would be x equals 0 and x equals 2. So instead of telling me the whole point, they just want the x values. Okay, let's look at the next one. So they want to know if the work that is done here is correct or incorrect. Honestly, that's a little bit intimidating to me. So I'd rather just do the work myself and see if it matches. So they want you to take F, and then they want you to subtract G. Okay, so I will do that. Take F and subtract G. That's 6 minus 5n. And then they want you to take the 3 and plug it in there. So that would be 6 minus 5 times 3. 6 minus 15 is negative 9. Okay. Well, I know their answer is wrong, so let me see if I can figure out what work they did incorrectly. Oh, okay. So what I see they did is they actually started here, and they took the 3, and they plugged it in right in the beginning. Do you see that, how they plugged it in the beginning? And if you ignore the equals 15. But then what looks like they did is they put that in parentheses, and they subtracted. So the mistake that they made, this is incorrect, is that they subtracted first when they should have multiplied first. Okay? So it's incorrect because based on PEMDAS, they subtracted first instead of multiplying first. Okay? So remember here, look what I did. I multiplied first. All right. What are the solutions below? Looks like we got that and that. This is like this problem here, but the difference is here they only wanted x. And here they want the whole darn thing. So that's 2, negative 4. And it looks like negative 3, negative 8. Done. Okay. They want the same thing. Where do they cross? So I want the y values. This is the calculator part that I told you guys to look out for. So notice the y values are the same. So it's the same here and the same here. So that means the points negative 2, negative 12 is where they intersect, and 1, 4. Okay, let's go to the next page. All right, this looks like a lot of work. This reminds me of the quiz, actually, and this reminds me that if you work 15 hours, 13, 20, 28 hours, 23, 60. Now, how did I know that hours was X and money was Y? You can't get your money until you work the hours. So you have to work the hours first, then you get the money, okay? So I'm gonna find the pattern. And please, some of you messed up on the quiz, because you didn't use your calculator. Use your darn calculator, please. So 2360 minus 1320. Just want to make sure I'm solid. So that's 1040. And then this is 13. So 1040 divided by 13 is 80. That's my slope. And then to get my y-intercept, y equals mx plus b. I'll pick the first point. 15 goes in there, 1320 goes in there, and my 80 goes there. 1320 equals 80 times 15 plus b. 1320, let's see, 30, 40 equals 1200 plus b minus 1200 minus 1200. So b equals 120. All right. I got my pink. I got my blue. It says create a function. Because it says create a function, I have to use f of x. I can't use y equals. So f of x equals 80x plus 120. If they want it in terms of t of n, that would be t of n equals 80n plus 120. So a mistake some people made, if that's an n, that's got to be an n. If that's an x, that has to be an x. All right, what do slope and y-intercept mean? So the y-intercept means that so I'll just go like this in blue because I'm too lazy to write the word, that you start with $120, and then your pattern is they charge $80 per hour. Okay. If I need 33 hours for work, how much are you going to charge? So I'm going to take the 33, plug it in. So 80 times 33 plus 120. Wait, that's not right. 80 times 33, maybe it is. 2640 plus 120. And that's $2760. If I don't know what you're talking about, I don't know what you're talking about. This time, what if I have a budget of $2,000? So this time, the $2,000, remember the money is your y? So this time, it's got to go in for your y. Okay? So I'm going to go $2,000 equals 80x plus 120. So let me slow down and say, hours is x. So it plugs it in for x. But money is what you want. But you don't get that until you work your hours. So we want it, so we got to figure out how many hours we got to work. So subtract 120, 1980 equals 80x, divide by 80. So I think I did that wrong. Can it be 1880? 2000 minus 120, just double checking. And then divided by 80, 23.5. So I'm not going to write x equals 23.5. It's 23.5 hours. That means I got to work 23 and a half hours if I want to make $2,000. Okay. It looks like I just need to solve. They gave us the system and they said, let's see, X is first graders. So I'm going to write that down. X is first graders. And then Y is second graders. And they want to know how many second graders. Okay, so I'm going to solve this like I normally would. I just wanted to know what they wanted. So I'm going to take that by substitution. 10x plus 15. 2x minus 3 equals 115. Distribute, distribute. I don't think you're going to have a hard time from this point on. Make sure you're solid in solving for x. These are the same. Put them together and add 45. 40x equals 160. Divide by 40. X equals 40. Now, remember, they didn't want to just give me x. They wanted to know how many second graders. Remember in the beginning, I said, okay, they second graders and they wanted y, which means I need to use x to get me y. So I'm going to go 2 times 40 minus 3, 80 minus 3, 77. So there are 77 comma second graders. Don't tell me y equals 77. I don't even know what that means.